what my green stalk is looking like today, July 15th. Oop, time to cut that kalu. Wow. My broccoli, need to cut that. The cabbage, I give up. I've since put in beans and cucumbers. I think this is the Eureka cucumber. I don't even remember, but this is pretty awesome. Love it. This is what my beautiful hydrangeas are looking like. They're still holding on to a little color, but it's starting to fade. This section is mostly done, but it is time for the hibiscus. Look at this. And I transplanted this last year. Look at all the blooms that have yet to come. Wow. And okra, I haven't picked a lot, but I've started picking okra, and something is eating up the leaves. The front flower bed is looking okay. A lot of things have finished off, while a few other things are starting to emerge. So this is one of the white hydrangeas. I still haven't cut back this rose bush from spring, and I probably will never get to it because I just don't want to get to it. This year this bloomed, it was nice. Got some cone flowers over there, that pink, beautiful. The yarrow did bloom. The bunnies didn't take this one. The bugs are eating the leaves of this. This is the second year they've done that. And the rose is pushing out some new growth, and this is the Bobo hydrangea that I bought last summer. I like this aspect of the garden. I put that there, the mesh, to stop the bunnies from eating my flowers, but I think they still got to it. They're even eating the penstemon, the dark. They eat everything. The Pinky Winky hydrangea are starting to also put on some flower buds. Petunia is doing the most. Love it. Over here, the bunnies finally got me. These used to be so pretty and beautiful, but the bunnies finally got me. Oh, and look at the blooms from this hosta. I like this little section and the colors. The bunnies just won't let me be great. So this section is past its prime by far, but when I tell you this stuff was so beautiful this year, the best I've ever seen it. All right, so this is the Limelight Prime. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be small. Little lime. All of this stuff needs to be cut back, but the time, who has the time? Pinky Winky standard. The bunnies didn't even let the Black-Eyed Susan bloom this year at all. It's just like buffet time. So here are the hibiscus on the side of the house between the neighbors. They're budded up, but no open blooms yet. Looking forward to the show. I was just about to ask what's going on with my flowers because they're obviously broken and not doing well, but I see the fruit from a plant that I put in here, the ground cherries. So the squirrels or chipmunks discovered that it's there, and that's what we're dealing with now. So this is the gladiola. Ooh, and we got okra. These are called the they're supposed to be mini, so they don't grow very tall. I just forgot the name. And the sorrel is finally growing. I had to put this little cage around it to let it get a little life because they kept chewing the top off. And I'm looking underneath now and I see that a tomato has been partially eaten. Yesterday I came out and there's a tomato that was completely eaten. And here, as soon as it starts to blush with a little bit of color, they get it. So when I'm done with this video, I see a few blushing tomatoes I'm gonna take off. because I didn't grow it for y'all, I grow it for me. But do you see this arch? Y'all wait till you get to the other side. You ain't gonna believe this. Yesterday I came out and I did pick the squash that was on here, and I did pick 2 Cubanelles. Very happy, they're right in there. They're producing this year. Unlike the first year I planted them, I killed them. These are past their prime, but I'm still loving it. Still loving it. The coneflowers are living their best life. Something is eating it. And the cucumbers, ooh, they're finally starting to produce. So you got a small one there, a good sized one there, and an even bigger one laying on the rail in there. And over here, not much for cucumber now, but I see some that look like it was pollinated. So we got some things to. It's a bee balm, and this I started from seed a while ago, last year, and it's just now blooming. Under here I put a different kind of cucumber. There's 3 seeds right here. I put carrots under there and beans around the edges. Same thing over here, beans and then carrots and cucumber. These are smaller under here because they get less sun. As you can see, these over here are quite big. The dahlias, I know what's eating up the flower petals. Okay, the dahlias are finally blooming. They're in the pot with the gladiolas, which keep breaking. And the reason I have the cage around this is to prevent exactly what is happening, but I didn't even stake it up. I didn't tie them to the thing so that that wouldn't happen. But, you know, time. But it looks like it's a Japanese beetle that's eating the petals of my flowers. They just won't let me be great. Oop. Okay, so I had taken a piece of one of my tomato plants and I put it in the water, and here we have a wonderful tomato plant coming to fruition. This is either beefsteak or Better Boy, and on the opposite side we already have a tomato on it. Wow. So this is probably the Better Boy because it would produce sooner than the beefsteak would. And once again, even the snapdragons have been eaten to nothing. My sedum has been eaten to nothing. Lord have mercy, this year the bunnies are doing too much. These cabbages aren't going to do anything, but I still like having them there because they detract from other. But I'm going to pull them out. This one looked like it might do something. But the other ones, I'm gonna have to do a little garden cleanup because the birthday party is this weekend. See, this looked like it might turn into a cucumber. I saw it from the other end. This might turn into a cucumber. And this one, I'm not sure if it was pollinated. This needs to be pulled out. The bugs got it. This really needs to be pulled out. This little green worm right there, that's what demolishes these brassica plants. And there's a little beetle that does this to the cucumber leaves. I don't see him right now, or so I would show you, but there's a pest for everything. Pest for every darn thing. When I'm done with this little video, I'm just gonna pull all those cucumbers because I need those for this weekend, and I don't need nothing to happen to any of them. I so need to cut callaloo. Signs that the bunnies have been here. See, this is echinacea. It's good for us, and apparently it's good for the bunnies as well. I can finally pull the spinach. I was leaving it to go to seed, and it has done its job, so I need to take this out. And my Scotch bonnet, the only one I planted this year, is putting on fruit. Yay. Ooh, And apparently this tomato has gotten heavy with fruit because it kind of fell over, leaned over. And I'm going to show you the difference between this plant, which is the same as the one over there. I'm going to show you that something is going on in that garden bed where the same plant is not doing great in one environment and is doing excellent in another environment. Under here we have the sweet potatoes, the bunnies or squirrels, chipmunks, whatever, keep going into this bin and digging it up. I finally did harvest all the regular potatoes out of there, and they still go in there and dig for like sweet potatoes. I put some cucumber seeds in here too, but they don't seem to be doing well. And the celery, as many celery as I planted this year, did I even taste a piece? I did not. I still have some that I could eat or juice or whatever, but I just haven't had the time. And the corn, it might come to something, I'm not sure. The birds tell me when the garden is ready, okay? Because I come out and I find my fruits destroyed. So I really do need to cut callaloo. Nice little fruit in there. These are the gladiators. They look like they're going to start blushing because there's not the usual green that they are. This is the Black Beauty tomato. Is this? Yeah, this is, I'm going to take this off too because it actually feels like it's about, oops, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's of no use to me now at this point. They keep, and it's not even like it's ready to be picked, yo. The struggle is real. So these are the Cubanelles, and this is my red curry pumpkin squash situation. So it looks like I have two that will do something, and I think I saw another one up there that might have been pollinated. This is so frustrating. They know when it's about to blush because that's when they attack it. And this plant in this bed is not doing great. It's a San Marzano. I've never, well, when I grow it in a pot, I don't have a problem. So it seems like I need to grow my tomatoes in pots then. So this is blushing, so I'm gonna take this off. But like I said before, that's why you grow more than you need, so that when they do stuff like this, you're okay. Like I see sun gold tomatoes down there on the ground. So I'm gonna pick off all the sun golds that are ripe here, because like I said, I need it for the salad I gotta make this weekend. This is the tulip tomato. Whoop. And see, there's blossom end rot. It had so much fruit on there, and I had to pick it off because that's what the bottom looks like. Something went on with this soil, and the plants themselves are struggling as compared to the ones in the pot over there, which don't have one diseased leaf. Not one. So I don't know. And the chocho plant is doing great, the chayote. And there was a big slicer tomato on here, bigger than this one, and the birds got it. I should have taken it off when I saw it. It was starting to turn orange, but I was in a rush, so I didn't take it. I should have taken it. But this is the same variety here that is over here. Kellogg breakfast, I believe. Yeah, ooh, the chocolate cherries coming to the party. Ooh, okay, I need to get this all tied up. This is coming down too low. I put some beans in here. I put some melons in here. I don't think it's gonna do anything because the season is now getting shorter, not longer. Oh, okay, see, look. We have our bunny friend. They're not even scared anymore. They just chill. They just hang out. This is one of the first years where I had so many issues with blossom end rot. It's like the plant wasn't getting enough water in the early stages. So it like the bottom just didn't form right. Something didn't happen with the pollination, something. But this beautiful big mushroom basket tomato is no use to me. So I really should pull it off because the birds are gonna come over here anyway. And it's cat-faced, which is fused blossoms. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. Come on. Yeah. These plants look so bad. But I will say something. This is the difference. This is an heirloom variety. But then, oh, yeah, I don't know. All the hybrids look great. Like these are all hybrid tomatoes, and they don't have any blossom end rot situation or diseased leaves, whereas the heirlooms have diseased leaves. But that's not always the case, because I have some other varieties that I don't know. My shimmer tomato is starting to ripen, and this is my first year growing this squash. I hope it's good because it's a lot of fruit. This is called a rampicante, or a tromboncino squash. I don't know if you could see the size of that thing. So there's 3 that got pollinated, and I'm sure more will get pollinated. I need to string this over the thing properly. But yeah, so this is the garden today. One more section to show you. Oop, finally getting bell peppers. Over here, this plant that's, okay, the bugs got to this, the beetles. Planted itself is flowering, but these are all male flowers. I don't see any female flowers with the fruit on the end. And this volunteer tomato, it looked like it's a cherry type of tomato. And the beans are starting to form and are getting eaten by something. And the Jerusalem peas have caught on to the trellis and a whole bunch of other things. And the birds love this place. I don't know if you could see all the poop here. They love, every day I watch them perch up here and on the other one on the other side. And I need to string this across. I'm not paying attention to my veggies. This is the Seminole squash. But once again, I don't see any fruit on here. But it certainly is growing. Oh, wait, I lie. Here's a female. And the difference is, you see that little round thing? That's the fruit. And this one right here is a male because there's no fruit behind it. Alright, so I trained it across. And so there's one going up, because there are 3 seeds in there. One going like a circling around in here. And then I put one back here. The asparagus is coming along. This is not something I expect to get much from in the next couple of years. This looks like it's a volunteer cantaloupe of some sort, melon. But that's it for the food and flower garden right now. Have a good day, y'all. God bless. Wait, I lied. Of course, bunny damage. Didn't get any strawberries out of here this year. Bunny damage, and birds. Blueberries, you know, bunny damage. But these things here, these squash, I put them in the ground thinking, whatever, I might as well try. They're gonna die anyway, so let them, you know, give them a chance to do something. So that's what we did. And it looks like this pot needs water. Yeah, the strawberry leaves are struggling over here. And on the deck. All right. We have the marigolds and the ground cherry. No fruit yet on the fig tree, but I think I see something starting to present itself. Okay, these 2 pots look very different. There weren't as many seeds that volunteered in this pot, so it looks a little bit more scraggly. and the coleus took over and is doing a great thing. I love it. The lime tree is getting taken over by the ground cherry and the petunia. And over here, all the blossoms have fallen off, and I still have 3 lemons from last year that look like they're looking to ripen because they're starting to get a little yellow tinge. And I think when those come off, the plant will flower again. That's typically what happens. Over here, a lot more seeds volunteered in this pot, so it's a fuller. I intended on changing the soil and doing things differently, but once again, time. And the coleus is not as big in here. And I got some solar lights charging out here that I'm going to need for this weekend. And now, for real this time, y'all have a wonderful day. God bless.